What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. So you just got your Hall of Fame Madden 19 and you're worried about the fact that you've checked your item binder and you don't see any cards that you pre-ordered. You've checked your packs and you don't see any cards that you've actually, any packs that you should have received from EA Sports. And you're wondering what's going on. So I've been getting this question since midnight of the release of the Hall of Fame edition. And like I said, my job as a content creator is to make sure that anyone that has issues with anything that I'm covering, whatever the game is, as much as I can to make sure that you guys are informed, okay? So this is what the situation is. You haven't received it yet because EA is working on certain things. Some people may have gotten it. Some people may have not gotten it. But remember, the official release of the game is August 10th, okay? So what does that mean? The rookie premieres that you put the sets together for in Madden 18, you will be getting it, by that point. Okay, if you don't get it by that point, then you need to come back to me or tweet me at GmiasWorld, and I'm going to refer you to @EA Help on Twitter, who's going to give you a help ticket that's going to help you get those cards. Okay, very, very simple. It's not a big deal. You are going to get what your account shows that you should get. That's the one thing that you have to understand. Even if you don't get it on time, as long as you're able to follow up, you will get a ticket. You will be able to get the things eventually. Okay. I understand the frustration, but just understand this. Everyone will get exactly what they're entitled to, okay? Now, as far as the loyalty tokens and stuff like that, you should have already received the loyalty packs that give you the cards that, if you played Madden 16, 17, and 18, you should have received these loyalty packs, okay? These loyalty packs are separate from the loyalty tokens that you're going to receive from things that you did in Madden 18. So if you played Madden 16, 17, and 18, you should receive 3 of these packs. If you have not received these packs, you need to create a help ticket at EA Help. Okay, they can verify that the account that you were using, you were supposed to get it. If you try to do something fraudulent, that can possibly get you into a lot of trouble. So don't create false tickets because it's very easy for them to see, the constant logins. Now, I've also gotten the question, Gmia, what if I change my login? I got locked out for something. Somebody hacked my account before, whatever. Things happen in life. I understand that. You would have had to have played the Madden games when they have the cutoff dates for those times. Okay, so if you change your account, as long as you changed your account and you still logged in to Madden 16, 17, or 18, you will get it under that account. No, it's not cross-platform, so it will not go to PC. It will not, if you were on Xbox, it's not going to go to PS4, okay? Those things you have to understand. The login that you use is specific to what you're using. So these players right now, you can do different things with them that I'm going to get to later, like, by just picking it. But to be honest with you, all these cards, for the most part, are garbage, including the DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, once you start grinding through other solos, you're going to get cards that are worth much more value. I would recommend, though, that you look in the top left, okay, right here where you see the upgrade parts, okay, and get cards that are upgradable because they'll be more useful to you because you can change their overalls and therefore help your overall go up, okay? Now, you're probably saying to me, okay, Gmia, that helps me with that part, okay? I understand now I have to wait until August 10th to get my Hall of Fame stuff if I didn't get it already. I understand that I have to get my rookie premieres by August 10th if I didn't get it already. What about the loyalty tokens that you're talking about that you should have received from playing Madden 18? All those solos with the where you have to pass for 1,000 yards, rush for 500 yards. You have to do that on a weekly basis for the team of the week, or like the weekly players. Whatever. People that played Madden 18 know exactly what I'm talking about. You had to do it every week, and I stress to you guys, like, listen, guys, make sure you do everything because EA is going to reward you for it in Madden 19. For those of you that listen to me, you're very happy right now. For those of you that didn't, you're like, yo, where were you? YouTube didn't recommend you, so how am I supposed to find you? See, bro, that's the way it goes sometimes. Life happens. Now, with these loyalty tokens, you should possibly receive these also at the same exact time, okay? So understand this, okay? Regardless of what's happening right now, if you don't have anything, do not panic, okay? You will get it by the official release, which is August 10th, 2018. Now, I have some people that are from other countries and other places that are asking, like, okay, Gmia, the game was released at a different time because obviously it's different time zones. Things are going to happen. It's going to reflect based on Eastern Standard Time with the USA. Okay, so when they release their stuff, it's going to update based on their time. Okay, so you have to understand that. That's just the way that it is right now. There is nothing that anyone can do about it. So we have to make sure that, you guys understand that. So what is this about? These loyalty tokens, right? You're going to be able to, off the jump, get a Nat defensive elite player. Okay? Now, you're going to get 17 tokens if you did every week of those weekly replays. If you did every week of those the weekly replays in Madden 18, you're going to get 17 tokens. Okay? So depending on what side of the ball you're on, you could play it smart and just go, both offensive because it's repeatable twice. You see what I'm saying? So you could do both defensive, both offensive, one of each, maybe one of these and then go defensive gold, whatever. What am I going to do? I'm probably going to go, whichever way I can go with elite and offensive, and then I'm going to take one of these quick sell packs. Okay? And then I'm probably going to pull like 500 coins, even though the range is 1,000 to 100,000. Go ahead and like the video if you've gotten nothing more than 3,000 coins for quick sells. Like, I can't get anything by quick sells to save my life. All right? So that's just me. Understand this. Even if some of you guys have already gotten the Antonio Brown card, the cover athlete, keep in mind, though, that was part of a pre-order for the actual game, okay? So if you haven't gotten it, don't worry about it, okay? You give it until August 10th at about like 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Once that happens and you don't have it, then you're going to either tweet me at GmiasWorld on Twitter, and then I'm going to refer you to @EAHelp, or you can just go directly to @EAHelp, and then you let them know, okay, this is what happened, this is what it is. They are going to DM you. Okay? All they're going to ask you to do, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to look for the blue check mark to make sure that they're verified. Once you see that they're verified, that's who you're going to deal with. I'm going to tell you again, if you have an issue with trying to figure out who's verified, who's not, please ask before you start giving out your information. And remember, a lot of the things that go on, when they start DMing you, they're not asking you for passwords and stuff like that. Do not ever give out your passwords to anyone. Okay, don't worry about it. Just never do it. It's just something that you never do. Like, don't ever do these things. Okay, because the things that go on after that, I've helped people with it, because like with me, I'm very, very seclusive, and I don't want to make people feel like it's okay, even if somebody's your friend. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them your password, because you never know. People get into arguments and things happen and they do stupid things and then they regret it later. So you don't want to get into that situation. And the reason that I bring that up is because what happens is there's a lot of fraudulent accounts that have like similar letters or whatever, and it won't actually be @EAHelp. And you guys might see an underscore and you'll click on that, then the person will DM you, and then you'll start. It just gets crazy. Also, don't respond to messages that you get in your messages, your messages folder right around this time at launch, because this is like the huge time where fraudulent people try to get into your messages, and then they also try to get your information, and then they fish, and then they get your team, and it gets really, really bad. Okay, everything else that's gonna come from it, okay, like the loyalty tokens I just showed you, and everything like that, everything that's going to come from that, you will be getting possibly by August 10th. Okay. Everything else that you may be entitled to, like the Antonio Brown and stuff like that, like I said, with that card, I've already seen people with it. If you were one of the people that don't have it yet, don't worry about that either. You just give it till August 10th. Maybe everything will come in at the same time. All right? Now, after you decide what you're doing, right? Say you get your loyalty tokens and stuff like that, and you have a question about that. Because the reason I try to address everything in singular videos that I'm talking about is because I get so many questions about the same exact thing that I already answer. Okay? And I understand that some of you guys don't really understand it, and you're just anxious for your questions to be answered. But do yourself a favor. When you come to ask me a question on Twitter, go through my timeline and look at the responses that I've already given. So that way you can do it, and it's not a hassle, because I'm not going to be able to respond to everybody. It's just not going to happen. Okay? Once I see a question that I answer and the answer is similar, it's going to just stay there, and you guys have to look for it. Go on these playlists and see the things. Look at the titles of the stuff that I've already made the videos about, because I've probably already addressed your question. Okay? And that's very, very key and critical. All right? So now, this is the basis of the situation. Okay? Your Hall of Fame players, whether you pick Rod Woodson, Terrell Owens, whatever like that, it doesn't matter. However you try to build your team, this is what I want to let you know for everybody that's going to be playing MUT this year. MUT is very, very advanced. It's a very, very huge improvement over the last couple of years. You can maximize every player that you want, both offensively and defensively, very, very easily. The chemistry is very easily listed on the right side. Okay, so when you see chemistry, Jacksonville Jaguars, I have 5 out of the 50 players. If you want to see what adding more Jaguar players will do, you simply click the R3 button and it'll show you. For 5 players, I get +1 strength. only to the Jag players. Okay, so if you don't have a Jag player, it's not going to show up. Like, you see how the strength increased on that? It'll show his strength is increased. Right here on the side, on the left side, you see how it goes up to a 73? He's originally a 72. Okay, so it applies to the Jag players. It's team specific. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click R3 again. And I'm going to give you the examples. 10, okay, it'll give you +1 jump. 15 will give you +1 agility. 20 players will give you +1 acceleration. Tier 5, 25 will give you +1 speed. 30 players will give you +1 strength, +1 jump. 35 agility, acceleration, strength and speed for 8. Tier 9 again, agility and jump. 50 players, speed and acceleration. So what does that mean? How can you find all the players? You simply look for the Jaguars logo on them. So Boye is one of them. Okay, that's 1. Okay, this guy, Ngakwe, is 2. Okay, I know I had another dude that was up here someplace. Okay, we're going to find him. Because as long as they're in positions that correspond to, like, if they're a left outside linebacker, you see how this guy's crossed out? It's because he's a right outside linebacker. If you don't have them at the right position, it won't apply. Okay, so let's just look on this side real quick. No, there's nobody there. All right, so we saw the 2 here, Boye and Ngakwe. All right, and then we're going to go, Leonard Fournette is another one, so that's 3. Okay, and then that's 4, Norwell. Okay, and then there should be one more player that we have to find. And where is he? Where is this psychopath? It should be one more. And I don't know where he is. Okay, so that's not really helping everyone, because it says I have 5, but I only count 4. Unless I just can't do math. I don't see the other one. Okay, so that's not Jag. Okay, that's the Jag. 1. Okay. Okay, that's 2. No more Jags. I don't see any more Jags there. That's Big Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, no Jags there. Okay, no Jag there. No Jag there. So that's 3 right there. Okay, there he goes. The 4th one. Okay, now look. He's a D tackle, and you see how it's not crossed out? Marcel Darius. It's because it doesn't, like, certain players, it doesn't matter. Like with him, he's crossed out because he's a right outside linebacker, but he's the starter. This guy's a backup. Sometimes you get away with it. So he's the 5th guy. Okay, so those are the 5. Now you would have to add 50 throughout your team with the backup positions and, you know, by whatever. And it doesn't matter if they're gold, elite, whatever, it still counts. And then every Jaguars player would get that boost. Okay, so be very, very careful when you're picking your players, how you're trying to utilize it. If you're going to pick a legend that's part of a team or that has played for several teams, you can adjust the team that they play for if they play for the Jags. And those are involved in other videos on this playlist right here on how to build your MUT team. Okay, so all of your information that you needed about the situation should have been answered. Let me know if there's any other questions and how I can help you out, and then we'll go from there. I want to thank everybody for watching. Enjoy your day. Have a great one. One love.